Hello everybody, welcome to another studio show here on Mxgp TV with me, Paul Malin, and Lisa Leyland, where today's guests are Jed Beaton, Calvin Vallander, and Eric Sorby. But before we go anywhere, I just want to say big shout out, big message, and our thoughts are with Minas Jasikonis and his family and friends. Obviously crashed in race 2 on the weekend. There is an official kind of report on the team's Instagram website, so if you want to find out, then obviously all the information is there, but we wish him well and a speedy recovery. Before we start today's show though, obviously Lisa, feels like Saturday all over again, doesn't it? You know, we flew in Thursday, then it was Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yesterday wasn't Monday, it was Friday. Today feels like Saturday.
What day is it today then? What
I think it's
actual day
Tuesday.
is it today? Is it Tuesday?
It's Tuesday.
It's so funny, but it's kind of like all the days muddle into one, don't they? But it's, I mean, we get them out, we get the GPs done real quick, which is good, we fly through them, but yeah, I'm easily confused with this one.
Yeah. The next one is fine because it's a proper Friday, Saturday, Sunday kind of coming in. But anyway, let's move on with the show. A lot to get through with this young man. Jed Beaton, Rockstar Energy, Husqvarna Factory Racing. Welcome to our studio show, and I guess really there's only one place to start. How good did it feel to finally get that first race win on Sunday?
Yeah, it was quite a special moment for me. I've been here for like 3 years now and sort of haven't really been that close. So the year that I had last year of all the injuries and stuff like that, and just all the downtimes made that one a whole lot sweeter yesterday. So, or not yesterday, the day before. So yeah, I can't really explain how it felt, but it was definitely good.
Well, I guess the other thing that we should mention is this was the first Australian race winner since Hunter Lawrence's final round of MX2 in 2017, Villars, where you also got your first podium with a 3-4. Long time coming maybe, but great for you, great for Australian motocross as well.
Yeah, for sure. It's really good. Everyone back home is really into it at the moment, and I think just because we have so many Aussies like around the world, even in MotoGP, Formula One, we've got a few athletes that are up there at the top, so the Lawrence brothers are also killing it over in America and stuff like that, so that's only good for Australian motocross, and I think there's more young kids looking to come over.
Sure.
Well, you also took second overall, your best ever finish in a GP. I mean, I spoke to you at the end of the race. Were there emotions because of the double celebration, or was it purely because of that race win?
Yeah, it was more because of the race win, you know. I really didn't think much of the podium while I was riding. I was more thinking about the race win because obviously a 7th in the first moto doesn't really put the chances up there to go on the podium. So I felt good in the first race, just didn't get a good start and ran out of tear-offs early. So I had a bit of confidence still for the second moto and felt good on the track. So when I got a good start and made the move to the lead, I was like, all right, now I've got to try and maintain this. And obviously being a GP and never really leading laps, and I think I got the lead on the 3rd or 4th lap, so it was quite a long race for me, but yeah, finally coming through the rollers the last time, I just couldn't believe it.
And obviously great to be up there with TKO and Rasmus as well, RJ. Great day for the whole team.
Yeah, it was a really good day for the team. It can't be much better, you know. It could only be better for me, but to be honest, the whole team were pumped, and it's just nice after a weekend like that to go back, and we all went out for a nice dinner and had a really good time. So the atmosphere at the team now is really good, and everyone's doing an unreal job, so it just shows how good of a team it is.
You managed to keep the tears back long enough to enjoy dinner.
Yeah.
How frustrating was it for you, Jed, leading up to Sunday's race, knowing that you had the speed clearly, but you weren't just quite able to get that job done, like either winning a race or getting a podium?
Yeah, it was frustrating me at the start, but to be honest, like, I've had so many people tell me just let it come. So I tried to kind of take my mind off it a little bit, and like everyone has said, just let it come to me. So that's really all I've been focusing on, is just trying to ride the way I can. Like, I know at the practice track I've been riding good and stuff like that, so there's no reason why I couldn't be up there. It was just getting a good start and riding the way I should be.
Well, just looking at Faenza here, obviously, again, you got a 3rd and a 2nd in terms of 2 separate races on 2 separate weekends there. I guess from that side, you know, the tools were always there. They just needed sort of resharpening, if you like.
Yeah, for sure. It's the results at Faenza also give me a little bit of a confidence boost as well, just knowing that all the hard work is finally going somewhere. And for sure, that's always nice when you pull a few good results for the leading GPs and stuff. So hopefully we can just keep the ball rolling and keep the confidence up there.
On a side note, I mean, your girlfriend Holly, she's vegan, and I know that you kind of practice and go along with it occasionally, or for, you know, you're moving that way. Do you think that change of lifestyle is also kind of helping a little bit? Because obviously we see these documentaries, blah, 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 and yay, nay, or?
Yes and no. Like, to be honest, she just cooks whatever. I eat whatever I want, but mainly I don't like cooking. I don't like cooking so much, so I just eat whatever she cooks, and then if I feel like I need more or I want to add more, then I do that. So and she's pretty cool with that. So I think I've got a good balance with it at the moment. It's just like she obviously eats really healthy, and that helps me along the way, and then I just add bits and parts like where I need to or where I feel like I need to. So yeah, like I said, it's nice and well balanced at the moment, and to be honest, I don't know if it helps or makes things better, but I just feel more confident knowing that I'm eating well and doing the most I can to try and get the best results that I can. You know?
Mentally, would you say, or do you feel that a weight has been lifted because you've got your first GP race win?
Yeah, I would say that. You know, it's for me, it's not so much like I was not expected or had so much pressure to do well, but for myself, I feel like I put a lot more pressure on myself than what anyone else does. So I know how much hard work goes into it through the week and with the boys, and just sticking to the program 100%. It's a lot of hard work, and then when it finally pays off a little bit, you know why you do it. It's not like you just go back out on Monday for a cycle and you're like, oh, what am I doing this for? You know it's paying off. So that's always nice and refreshing to think of it that way.
Well, you're 9 points off Renault now for third in the championship standings. We all know that racing is all about setting goals. Would you say that's perhaps your next short-term target? Yeah,
for sure. It's always a goal, and to be honest, it's more of a goal to just finish in the top spots more often. Obviously, when we went back to racing in Latvia, I had a few bad races which put me in a bad position, or not a bad position, but I lost a lot of points in the championship, which I would have liked to have not done, you know. So, yeah, having these 3 races, it's quite good because obviously you can regroup and come back on the Wednesday or whatever. But yeah, I'm just trying to gonna try to stay consistent from here on out, and then see where that puts me in the end. It's you can't really do anything else but that, so I don't try and think about it too much because then the pressure comes on. And
just really quick, 20 seconds. Obviously, some people have been saying that with these triple headers, if you have a good race, it sets you up for the next 2. If you have a bad race, it kind of, you know, difficult to pick yourself up for day 2. I guess coming into this one tomorrow, you're already buzzing.
Yeah, I'm really excited. The track's nice here, so yeah. Like I said, it's good when you do a good result to carry the confidence on, and like I said, hopefully we can keep the ball rolling and get some good results.
All right, Jed Beaton, Rockstar Energy, Husqvarna Factor Racing. We are out of time. Thanks for joining us, and congratulations on that win again, and best finish in second. And let's see what happens over the next few races. Yeah. Jed Beaton. Calvin Vallander is getting ready to come and join us now, so before we catch up with him, here's some highlights from Mx2 Race 2 right here in Mantova on Sunday. Enjoy. Mx2 Race 2, we're getting ready to go racing here. 30 minutes plus 2 laps. This one will decide the outcome, the overall. Yamaha's to the inside. Is that Watson? Yes, it is. One rider looking desperate to find a way through. The number 14, Jed Beaton of Australia. Number 14 finding his way past the 426 of Conrad Muse. Watson has been caught by Beaton, and Beaton tries to charge up the inside. Shows Watson a wheel, and he takes over the lead here. Oh, and rider down, Jargo Geerts again. And Jargo Geerts back up the inside of Olsen, so the door being left wide open there. Geerts
tries to get alongside Mikkel Harup. This is for 7th place. He charges down the inside. Harup gets past by Olsen, goes after Jago Geerts. Oh, big mistake there from Maxime Renault. Back end went both sides of the track. That allowed Jago Geerts to get the drive. Oh, and Vial went for the jugular as well. Alvin Osland on borrowed time as well. Jago Geerts now through on Osland and into 4th place. Olsen down the inside, hard aggressive riding, late on the brakes, attacked the circuit in front of him. He now moves into 5th place. Vial has lost 2 more places. Isaac Gifting has gone through. Rubini has gone through. So, the boys down there in pit lane are going to be beside themselves, as is Jago Geerts. He has just thrown away another golden opportunity. He was in 4th place. Talk about head going. Vial really struggling to lift himself back up. Got passed several times in quick succession. And Jed Beaton, Rockstar Energy Husqvarna, is going to cross the line. He wins his first ever moto in MX2. It's only going to be good enough for 2nd overall, but he's going to be on the podium with his teammate here, Thomas Olsen, who will take the overall victory. Watson will finish 3rd overall. As for the championship, Vial still leads. Jago Geerts, Renault still 3rd.
Welcome back to our live studio show here with me, Paul Malin, and Lisa Leyland, where our next guest, Calvin Vallander, and Geben van Venrooy Yamaha is in with us now. And Calvin, good to see you. I know it's obviously we're September, October now, but obviously new bike, new team, new year, new class. How has the transition been from 250 to 450?
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys, on the studio show. It's always nice to be here.
Yeah.
The transition hasn't been the easiest, I would say. It was tough. I spent a few weeks on the new bike in the off season, then I got injured with my knee, so put me back quite a few weeks, actually 2 months before the first round, which was in England. So I didn't come in fully prepared, and I thought I was a little bit more prepared than what I actually was. I struggled really quite a lot, and but anyway, the Corona time was actually good for me to get some bike time and to reset and improve. And I think I came out after the Corona time with a little bit big improvement, and I felt really good on the bike, and I think I showed that with the results. Yeah,
and a lot of people can underestimate the change from 250 to 450, you know, where you can be a big lad and go, I mean, we hear it all the time, the 450 is really going to suit my style, but it's not just about riding it, it's a whole different thing racing it, and in terms of strategy and how you go about racing, completely different. I mean, is that something you've had to get used to as well?
Definitely. I actually never rode a 450 in my life before, so
wow.
Everyone would say to me, "Oh, your body, you suit the 450, tall, you know, you're strong, you're smooth rider," and I believed them because I am like that. And even coming into the 450, it was a complete different ball game. The racing is so different to even training, and it's something to get used to. Even now, I'm still not used to it yet. Yeah. Like it's so different compared to the 250, and once you make the step is only when you realize that how different it actually is.
Sure.
Well, you touched upon it just a moment ago that the first 2 rounds were particularly tough for you, and I guess, like you said, it just wasn't a case. Were you just not ready, or was it that injury you were carrying?
I think it's a little bit of both. I honestly thought that I was kind of ready. I wasn't 100%, but I'd say 90%, and I wasn't even close to 90%. I think if I come out and look where I was and how I was riding, I was really a few seconds off where I should be. So I remember putting a good lap in and thinking, I'm going to be like around top 10, and coming around, and my mechanic put like 25 on the board. I was like, what? Are you crazy? You know, MX2 I would put a good lap, and I was expecting to be top 3 or something like that. So it's completely different.
Yeah. Well, since we rebooted the season, you do seem a lot more at home, and I think, again, you just mentioned it with the lockdown. I guess the lockdown gave you the opportunity to really knuckle down, get more physically fit, mentally, and get used to the bike.
Yes, 100%, and it's also a big mental thing, this class. At 250, it's, you can believe you're up there, but then 450, I'm racing guys like Tony and Dessau and Paulin, which I've looked up to my whole life, and I remember in England lining up to them, and I didn't believe I was going to get a better start than them. But now, if I line up next to them, I'm like, you know what, they're my competitor, I'm going to actually beat them, and that's something that it's so, you can't teach that. It just comes of confidence and experience, and yeah, it's a whole different ball game, the 450 class.
Just saw you there behind Paul, and I wondered when I kind of selected that clip, coming through that turn, were you thinking, oh man, that's Paulin, I'm racing with Paulin? Did that go through your mind? I mean, it shouldn't, but first time in the class, when you're racing with them.
100%. The first GP in England, I lined up next to them, and you just don't feel right. Paulin next to me, Dessau was on this other side. I was like, this is
big names.
Not, yeah, big names, and it's just something to the mind switch to get competitor to, it's tough.
Take the fan element out.
Yeah, exactly.
But what was the thing that you probably felt you needed to work on most during the off-season? Or not the off-season, but during the lockdown? Was it the fitness you needed to work on, or did you need to make revisions to the bike?
Fitness-wise, I think I was okay.
Yeah.
I think it was just time on the bike. I didn't have much time on the bike before the first GP, and that was a big thing. And also, time on the bike, you get as you get more time on the bike, you know what you want on a 450, and one change here and there can make a big difference in this class. So I think that was the biggest thing, to make a good setup with the bike and to feel comfortable on the bike. In the beginning of the season, I didn't really trust the bike so much, and then you're scared on the bike. Kind of the 450 has a lot of power, so kind of holding back. But as soon as you get the trust and the confidence on the bike, it really helps a lot.
Well, it all seems to be paying off, because on Sunday you got your first top 5 finish in race 1. Surely that must have felt like the pressure was off a little bit.
100%. It was not, I wouldn't say emotional, but it was definitely nice to cross the finish line knowing, like, okay, nice, I've my first top 5 finish, all the hard work has paid off, all the hours that I've been grinding the last few months. It's not an easy class when you get a bad start. You can't just come through the pack like it was in Mx2. All these guys are so good, and it's definitely nice weight lifted off my shoulders, getting a good result. I hope now that, also in my head, I know that I can be up there. So also when you're behind the gate, okay, let's get a good start. Let's be up there, because it's very important if you up there the first few laps.
All right. Well, look. Thanks for now. Here's another quick look at our Mxgp TV promotion. So don't forget, you can still purchase our Mxgp TV package at a reduced price to ensure you can enjoy the run into the end of the season in fine style. There might still be 9 GPs remaining, but it'll all be over in just a month's time, with no TV commercials, uninterrupted MX2 and MXGP, as well as EMX, WMX, the studio show, Behind the Gate. There's no better place to watch the best motocross riders in the world from the comfort of your own living room, penthouse suite, or private yacht, whatever takes your fancy.
Oh, that would be nice.
Even outside of the local park will be fine on whatever device you happen to have to hand. Head to mxgp.com, click this link for more information. Calvin, we are out of time, but thanks for joining us. Just really quickly, what do you hope out of the next 9 races? More top 5s?
More
nice.
top 5s, just to gain experience and confidence for next season. Obviously it's my rookie year in the 450 class, so it's just learning and taking race by race. Obviously I would like to get some more top 5s and be up battling with the front guys.
Cool. Calvin, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, guys.
Eric Sorby is in. He will talk to us in just a few moments, but here's some highlights from Mxgp Race 2 from here on Sunday, the MXGP of Lombardia. Thank you. +30 minutes +2, Mxgp Race 2. Jorge Prado with his 8th Vauxhall shot, but he's under pressure here immediately from Roman Fevre.
Seawer throws it away. Electric Star over on the right-hand side, picks himself up. Right, Jessiconis in 7th place. He and Jacoby. Oh, Cairoli. Whoa. Again, we'll go to the outside here, just picking up that momentum. Whoa! Be careful of that left leg, Tony. Closes the door on Vallander, and no, he gets the job done. And he's almost off the side of the bike as well, loses vital ground. Geiser will run alongside the Kawasaki rider and push him into 3rd place. Expensive mistake that from Roman Fevre. And Geiser down the inside at the first attempt and pushes Prado into 2nd place. Absolutely wasting no time. Left corner, just tips over. Again, a rider chasing the championship. Oh, no goggles either. Oh, he's going to come in for goggles. Into the goggle lane. There you go. Stop. Goggles on. And goes again. Rejoins the track. Got to go right, left. Right, now we can see. It's Tim Geiser. He takes the checkered flag. He wins race 2. It takes his 7th win of the season. Tony Cairoli will lose the championship leader's red plate after just 1 round. And what was a difficult... look, he's bleeding. He's bleeding. He's got all blood down his chest. So whatever happened to Tony Cairoli has got blood in the front of his helmet and all down his chest. Tim Geiser would win the race from Jorge Prado, Roman Fevre and Gauthier Paulin, but those 3 riders were deemed to have not respected waved yellow flags and were docked 2 positions late on after the original podium ceremony. So after a rejig of the results, Jeremy Seawer was deemed the overall winner to take his 6th Grand Prix victory. Goldenhoff 2nd, Prado 3rd, Geiser 4th, and it's Geiser who leads the championship now by 5 points over Cairoli, 11 points further back to Seawer. Prado is up to 4th and he's gained ground on the championship leader this weekend.
Hello everybody, welcome back to our live studio show here on mxgptv.com with me, Paul Malin and Lisa Leyland, and our final guest is in place, and that's Eric Sorby, and this is obviously the MXGP of Città di Mantova.
Città.
Now Eric is a rider coach for the Honda 114 riders Bailey Malkovich and Nathan Crawford, but also for Mitch Evans, or Mitch Evans as he says, coming from France. But welcome to our studio show, Eric. First of all, where's little Eric? Normally, little Eric is everywhere you go. Where is he?
Yeah, my little one is at home enjoying life. So we are here to do the work.
Go on his Instagram page. Funny little stories of the kid watching practice starts, and he's crazy. But anyway, how's things with you? All good? Are you glad that we're back racing and back in the paddock?
Yeah, I'm glad we are back to racing. You know, like motocross is in my blood, and you know, like those 4 months or 5 months at home, it was really, really hard. You know, especially when you grow up in the motocross industry. So I'm really happy to be back in racing. I'm not too happy about the result of my rider, but we have like maybe 9 races to go. So hopefully we're gonna show the hard work we did this winter and have some better results.
Okay.
Well, even though you're working with the MX2 riders from Honda 114, you're still working with Mitch Evans.
Yes.
How's that going?
With Mitch, perfect. You know, Mitch is more like a friend than I work for him. So so far so good. You know, we came really strong at the beginning of the year, like especially those international race and also like the first race in England. Unfortunately, in Valkenswaard, he crashed and hurt his shoulder, so he has a surgery. But you know, he's getting better and better every weekend, and he has a heart and talent and speed and style. So I think 2 more races and we should be where we want to be, like on front.
Well, you mentioned his shoulder. He actually did take time off during lockdown to get his shoulder fixed. But But watching him now, you'd never know. He looks like he's 100%. You might know different, but you must be pleased with how he's going so far.
No, so far, yeah, like you say, he's really pleased and really happy. So now, like I say, we need like 2 or 3 more races to him to feel more comfortable. You know, some of the weekend he got a hand pump after 2 laps and it's game over. Like we see on the first moto last weekend. Last weekend. So sometime it go 2 laps and it's, like I say, game over. And the second moto, it was perfect. So few more races and like I say, we should be back where we need to be.
Well, in fact, it's all Australian, 100% Australian gang you're working with, really, with Bailey, with Nathan, and with Mitch. How are these two to work with, Bailey and Nathan?
Right here, yeah, we can see Bailey. Bailey, honestly, to me, is one of the top 5 most talented kids in MX2. He came from Australia, and I think, like this winter, I was a little bit lazy on the training. He thought I was going to be easy to race the other Mxgp riders, and so that's why we are a little bit off the result. But he just woke up couple months ago, and now he's showing his speed. I mean, it's really hard to get ready now, you know, because we have so many races. But I mean, I believe on the kids, and soon he's gonna realize he needs to work a little bit harder. We should have results. So hopefully. And
Nathan?
Nathan a little bit different, you know, he's a really hard worker, and all winter, like he did his program, we came really strong at the beginning of the year. He went back home for the COVID, and he came back with the girlfriend, and since the girlfriend is she's here, it's a little bit different, so we can see the result, but it is what it is. He's the only one we can fix that.
Okay, well, it's not easy, is it? Giving up everything at home, flying to the other side of the world to race for a living. I mean, you know. How do you work with these guys to make them feel more settled, to make it easier for them?
Well, first we live in a nice place in the southwest, so it's more like Australian lifestyle, so which is good. And to make the life easy, they have a nice place to live, and a lot of people around them try to make him feel them comfortable. And me, I'm trying to, you know, to tell them some story to laugh about me when I used to race, and and yeah, that's about it.
Yeah. Well, look, we've got 9 GPs left. What are you hoping to see from your guys? You mentioned Mitch already. He needs maybe 2 or 3, but the MX2 guys from Honda 114. Because Bailey made a top 10 result on Sunday in the first race for the first time. So you're expecting now that he has that result to continue with that?
Yes, he can. Yeah, I want to see 2 top 10 for Bailey. I want to see Crawford like better than top 10, because I know he can do it. And I want to see a win for Mitch. And I think it's going to come. I believe it.
Yeah. And obviously, how are you finding these triple headers? Because obviously, you know, short break between the first one and the second one. Some riders, they just say, yeah, it's like training anyway. You ride 3 days a week or whatever. You find the same?
Yeah.
Or is it just difficult to actually work in detail with the riders between the races?
Like I say, we love this sport, and you know, like we are here 10 days, 3 races. We all live together. It's a big family, so maybe it's different for the riders, but no, I like it. Maybe they should do that next year. Maybe not 3 races in 1 week, but 2. It'd be good.
Okay. Well, look, Eric Sorby, thanks for joining us today, and wish you and the riders with Mitch and Bailey and Nathan all the best for the rest of the season and this weekend. But we are almost out of time. Don't forget, we've got live action coming up this afternoon from 1:05, so just over 1.5 hours time, and we'll be back with WMX Race 1. We have EMX 250 as well following on from that, so just WMX and EMX all the way today. And we will be live, of course, tomorrow for MX2 and MXGP. So thanks for watching. We will see you next time, which just happens to be in about 3 or 4 days' time on Saturday. We'll see you then. Bye for now.